me, Joe. This is the show where I read an article a day to keep my stupid away. You learn something, I learn something, we grow together. Today's article caught my attention because it's about longevity. If you don't know, there's several longevity hotspots all over the world, and one of them is in Okinawa, Japan. I love Japan. I like anime. I like the Japanese language. Japan's cool, man. The article is entitled 105-Year-Old Japanese Doctor's Guide to Living Longer. It caught my eye because, like I said, Japan has longevity. This guy's 105 years old, and he's a mo-funkin' doctor. So he's got to know what he's talking about. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara was a Japanese physician who gained much insight into his favorite question: what makes people live longer? He clearly practiced what he preached. He worked as a doctor until a few months before his death at 105 years old. His wisdom for longer life included some fairly intuitive points and some not so obvious ones. Fun is the best painkiller. Hinohara didn't subject other people to his complaints of aches or pains. He looked to the wisdom of children when it came to dealing with pain, who often forget their own discomfort through the distraction of play. After some screaming and crying first, of course, but maybe we'll skip that part. Along with diverting your focus to the positive, fun has physical benefits to your body. Laughter decreases stress hormones and increases the flow of immune cells and infection-fighting antibodies. I had no idea that fun did that. Maybe that's why I watch comedy so much too. Don't place too much importance on material possessions. Often the best memories we have are from experiences. It's been shown that we derive more happiness from experience than we do from owning material goods, especially when those experiences are shared with other people. The good doctor's advice is to divest of material burdens. You never know when you're going to kick the bucket, and you can't take any of your stuff with you anyways. That's actually a very Buddhist mentality. The fact that everything here I don't really own. When I'm dead, I don't own it anymore. I'm just kind of borrowing it, so I don't need to be attached to it. I think that's a really interesting way to live life. And I've never really been one to be like, I need to have a Gucci bag. Got to have them Prada bags. Only Prada bags I have are under my eyes. Carry your own shopping and use the stairs. Regular physical activity is one of the most important factors in staying healthy. Whether you're 8 or 80, your muscles have kind of a use them or lose them quality, as do your brain cells. And I should point out, I just got back from a run. It's why my face is all flush. To stay healthy, you gotta stay active. We evolved as hunter-gatherers walking up to 12 miles a day. Our bodies adapted to be the healthiest from regular to moderate exercise. We're not designed to sit at a desk for 8 hours daily. That's so true. After about 2 hours of sitting at a desk, I'm just like, oh man, I need to get up. I need to move around. Man, this sucks. So totally understand that. When a person retires, it's tempting to just relax and take it easy, which is fine, but taking it too easy and sitting all day does the body no favors. When we're sedentary for too long, fat starts building up and our muscles as well as our brain cells will start withering from lack of use. My grandmother just turned 90 and she's still extremely active and she is very healthy. She was doing, I think, water aerobics until last year. Maybe she just cut back on it, but she's always up walking around, talking to her neighbors at 90 years old. No walker, no anything. So maybe I got some good genes. Try not to overeat. Gluttony was always a sin, and it seems that it has an effect on our body as well. The doctor warned against overstuffing yourself, as carrying needless body weight won't do you any favors. Excessive and frequent overeating can lead to obesity, and storing of too much excess fat can increase general risk of disease. It can also put strain on your digestive system and cause disruption in your circadian rhythm. This isn't to say you can't have a buffet or feast every now and then, just don't do it 3 times a week. Have a cheat day. Learn from bodybuilders. Have a cheat day. 1 day a week, just gorge yourself. Have donuts for a meal. Do whatever. Not the whole day, just a meal. Eat fairly healthy the rest of the week, and you'll probably live a long, healthy life. Hey, if you like my content, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video, which is currently daily. Thank you. Don't opt for surgery first. Well, what was I supposed to do? I had a heart problem. Despite being a doctor himself, Hinohara advised against always listening to your doctor and going under the knife without trying less intrusive methods first, like laughter or music therapy. He said many things can be cured without opting immediately for surgery, which is common wisdom in much Eastern philosophy. I think this is his final piece of advice. Purpose is most important. Keep on living. Dr. Hinohara observed that when many people retire, they just kind of stop. Their diaries suddenly go from being full to almost empty, and they find themselves idle. The doctor had his schedule full as he ever did when he was young, even past the age of 100. He had his hospital work scheduled always, speaking engagements, social calls, etc. When a person stops planning, they tend to stop living life as fully. That's not to say you should plan every single little thing you do. Spontaneity and flexibility are important too. But stay active by planning work and hobbies is key to longevity. Hinohara noted the retirement age of 65 was set when the average life expectancy was 68. Life expectancy these days hovers around the 80-year-old mark. Retiring in the olden days meant relaxing and slowing down for just a few years. These days, retiring at 65 means having a whole nother lifetime to fill after finishing work. Those people who continue working into their older years tend to live longer and more fulfilling lives. There's an important distinction though. Those who are more fulfilled and live longest enjoy what they do. Working into your later years in a stressful or unfulfilling role is likely to shorten your lifespan, not lengthen it. Having a job, role, or hobbies you enjoy and which demands your time combine a lot of secrets to what make a person live longer. Purpose ties it all together. Purpose is a reason to get up in the morning and get going, especially when it involves responsibilities and other people. If you don't fancy working after retirement age, volunteering is a great option, and it gives the benefits of mental stimulation, physical activity, and social contact, but without much of the psychological and physical stresses that come with a paid work or a career. Simply put, to live longer, give yourself a reason to live. But also, in addition to those reasons to live, you should do things like have fun, as it's the best painkiller. Don't place too much importance on material possessions. Carry your own shopping and use the stairs, aka be physically active. Don't overeat. So when you retire, don't just grab boxes of Oreos at the store and carry them home. Don't opt for surgery first. See if there's more natural methods to heal yourself. And of course, last of all, as we've been saying, give yourself a reason to live. I'm gonna head back over to BuzzFeed and take a quiz entitled "When Will You Die?" I mean, it's good to know. Since we just learned about the secrets to life, let's see if I can apply those secrets and extend my lifetime. How often do you exercise? Once a day, once a week, a lot. I jog in my sleep. I lift weights on the toilet. Maybe once a month or two. Exercise hurts me and it makes me cry sad tears. Is chewing exercise? Let's say once a day, which is true. Where did you grow up? In a house, in an apartment, in a secret underground laboratory, in a tree fort amongst several hundred other tree forts in a tree city, underneath a series of power lines and across the street from a White Castle, or Indiana? Well, I grew up in Wisconsin, which is pretty much Indiana, so we're saying Indiana. What's your favorite food? French toast, French fries, French bread, French onion soup, kale, chocolate pudding, frozen in an ice cube tray and eaten like little square fudgesicles. This is a tough one. I'm going to go with French bread pizza because it at least, I feel like it has vegetables on it and cheese and carbs, so it's the most well-rounded. What time do you usually wake up? Once at 3 a.m. to pee and then again at 8 a.m. to make French toast, my favorite food. 6 a.m. sharp, 6 a.m. soft. Oh man, I hate being soft. I'm trying to keep it hard out here, my friends. I've never woken up earlier than 4 p.m. Mid to late morning, I rise and fall with the sun. 6 a.m. soft. That's not true at all. I've never woken up earlier than 4 p.m. I'd say mid to late morning is actually for real. How stressed am I? I'm afraid of everything breaking all the time, constantly. I'm pretty chill, you heard. I've already snapped 4 pencils in half today. My family calls me Captain Stresso of the Royal Stress Marines. I just sort of go with the flow, and that flow usually leads me down Stress River and over Anxiety Falls. Actually, not that stressed at all. I sort of just go with the flow, and that flow usually leads me down Stress River and over Anxiety Falls. Please help me. How many times a day do you breathe? 19,000 to 21,000 times, 20,000 times exactly, anywhere from 19,500 to 20,500 times, 4 times a day, but they are very, very, very deep breaths. 4,129 times a day exactly per Surgeon General recommendations, or right around 20,000 times a day on a good day. I'm going to take the Surgeon General's recommendations. Well, when will I die? I'm going to die in 2043 on one of those less important bank holidays. Maybe it's Labor Day. Maybe it's Washington's birthday. What's important is it's not Thanksgiving because that always is because it's always so nice to see family together. So I've got apparently 23 more years. That'll make me not old enough to die. Doc, your advice didn't work. Either way, that's been today's Joe Show. If you like my content, hit the subscribe button below. Also, I upload daily. Follow me on Instagram at Joe Show. And if you read a cool article, send it to hijoeshow@gmail.com. Otherwise, I love you. This has been the Joe Show.